Labor Day, everyone. It's Labor Day, so what do you think about when you wake up? Grilling, of course. Well, at least me, because food is always on my mind. And today we are here with Gary Klein. Gary, thank you so much for joining us. We have steak here, and we have ribs. What are we doing here today? You have some tips for us, don't you?
Well, we're going to get to the steaks in a minute, but right now this is our second segment on the ribs. What we're going to do is we're going to bring them off, and these ribs have been, this is what they're going to look like if they've been on for about 2 to 3 hours in roughly 225 to 250 degrees in the smoke. What we're doing is we're saucing them pretty good, and we're going to put them back on the grill in this foil to tenderize them up.
Okay.
So we'll wrap them up good.
Anything special about the sauce?
It's my own personal recipe. It's got maple syrup and Jack Daniels in it, so it's what I use in competition, and it's what I've won some awards for.
Maple syrup and Jack Daniels. Oh, that sounds delicious.
So we're going to put that back on the indirect side of the grill and cover this back up.
All right, and we'll be back in a half hour with the ribs smoking over there. And now we have some steaks.
Yep, what we have here is the ribeye steaks, and we're going to do a different way of grilling. Now, a lot of times people will tell you to sear your steak over the hot coals and then cook it the rest of the way. Well, we're doing a little different this time. We're doing what they call reverse sear. We're going to put these on the indirect side of the grill and then sear them at the end. And what that does is, if you like a medium rare steak, you get more medium rare and less more done steak. So we're going to bring this over here and put it over here on the indirect side of the grill and let that whole piece of meat come up to temperature slowly, and then we're going to sear it at the end.
Okay, now we're going to be back in a half hour, but we want to mention it is local seasoning sauce that you will talk about. This
rub is made by a good friend of mine in Fairfax, Virginia. He's a good barbecue competitor. It's called the Dizzy Pig Red Eye Express. It's got coffee in it. So if I'm going to be grilling steaks at 5 o'clock in the morning, I got to have coffee and something. So that's where it's coming from.
So we all need a little bit of caffeine, and we will have all the information on our web channel, WHSV.com, and we'll be back in a half hour. All right, now let's see how your Labor Day forecast is going to look like with Josh.